Hi, everyone, and welcome to episode 11 of the Wake Up Podcast with your hosts, me, Aisha.
Me, Lucy.
And today we're going to talk a little bit about Disney and the films and some conspiracy theories as well. So, yeah.
I wanted to do something a bit more spooky. I mean, we kind of missed Halloween, but I just thought this is an interesting topic. I've seen loads of like videos and YouTubers talk about like conspiracies involved with like Disney. But you know what? I actually found it during my research. I found it quite hard to find certain bits, which is a bit suspicious, actually, if you ask me.
It is very suspicious on Disney's end, but we won't talk too much.
We won't get into that just yet.
No. But first, shall we start with where we've been? Because, it's been a good few weeks since we last posted an episode, right?
Yeah, we missed our week to post.
Yes, we did, because just so much has been going on in the world.
It do be mad. I don't know what I've been doing. I mean, since our last episode, we've gone into a second lockdown, haven't we?
We had indeed.
Happened in our last episode. So that's been interesting.
It has, yeah, especially considering how literally like a week before we went into lockdown, Boris was saying, we don't need another lockdown. We're not going into lockdown. We're just going to stay in local lockdown. And then the numbers were going up and up. Mm-hmm. So yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, I definitely think it's going to go on longer than the first week of December. I definitely think it's going to go on longer, but we'll see. And we'll have that journey on the podcast as well. And we'll find out, won't we?
We will. Stay tuned to see what happens.
Find out. Does our country stay in lockdown till Christmas? I think we will. I think they'll do it up to Christmas. Then they'll let us out for Christmas because they know they can't stop people seeing each other at Christmas. And then we'll go back in January.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it's going to be, I think, as well. But we'll see. We'll see.
We see.
Yes. What else has happened? Trump's out. Trump's gone.
Guys, let's go.
We thank God. We are free. I mean, mashallah, alhamdulillah. I mean, we're not 100% free because Biden is not an angel. He's still very corrupt. But we are better off than we were before. So that's a good thing.
100%. At least they don't have an enabler as a bloody president now.
Yeah.
I think though that, you know, obviously Biden's not brilliant and there's a lot of stuff like about war and stuff that he's been involved in, but if people are shocked that a politician, a president is corrupt, then I don't know what to tell you. We live in a capitalist society. Politicians are all corrupt. What are you talking about?
Literally, there's no escape.
There's no escape from this. But he's definitely 100% better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're free. I think it's so much better. But,
we needed someone who took COVID seriously as well. Have you seen the map for hotspots in America? No. The whole of the country is red.
Are you joking?
No. I saw a tweet that said for a Chinese flow, it's looking real American right now.
Looking real American. That is crazy, yeah, because if you think about it, Trump's never taken COVID seriously at all the rallies and stuff. He's never wearing masks. He's making fun of people. He even had COVID himself.
I don't think he did. I think that was all fake.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Me and my mum reckon it's fake.
Oh,
you know, it's a way for him to go, oh, COVID's fine. I didn't die. Look at me. I'm fine. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, you know, that's just a conspiracy. But yeah, you know, one thing that's interesting, I know this is actually going on a bit longer, but it's quite an interesting point. My parents were talking to a financial advisor about a pension thing, and they were talking about it was just why the results were starting to come in, and the financial advisor was saying that he's been listening to it in the background while he's working, like on the radio, what's going on. And they reckon the reason why he was like, stop the count and making it all dramatic, but I'm going to the Supreme Court, is because once his I was going to say government, it's not government. Once what would you call it? His reign, that's not even the right word.
No, but I know
His
what you mean.
presidency, that's the word I was looking for. Once his presidency is over, apparently, like through the years, all the scandals have been coming out about him, and like, I think something like he didn't pay tax or something, and this and that, and whatever it was, and he's committed fraud apparently, and all this. Once his presidency is over, he has no protection for that anymore, so he will have to face it. Apparently, like, this is only what this guy has said, so I don't know how credible this is, but he was saying, like, apparently people want to storm his Trump Tower with lawyers and this and that when his presidency is over to
Yeah.
get him. But hopefully, Karma's a bitch, so let's go.
She is. Let's go. Oh my God. And that does make a lot of sense because the amount of like accusations he's had, like about sexual
Mm.
abuse, about fraud. I
Yeah,
mean, as a
protected him.
president,
Mm.
yeah, exactly. Tax and all that. Like, as a president, you can kind of hide from that and like push that under the carpet. But like, when you're
Yeah,
not president,
where you got to hide.
you got to go, literally.
So yeah, that was crazy. So there's been the election, there's been a lockdown. What else has happened? Anything?
Um,
I don't
Probably. I mean, like for me personally, I've started my new job, so that's one of the reasons I wasn't too busy to film last week. So
You
it's
were
that.
too busy.
Yeah, we were too busy.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
I, so
We
yeah,
we kind of were like, oh, we'll see how it goes, and then we got to the weekend, and you thought we had confirmed, but we hadn't, and it was
yeah.
just a mess. So that's why it's late. So yeah,
Sorry, but yeah,
it'd be like that.
it do be like that. Like employment is very, very mad, but we move. We're here with a new episode. It is.
We are.
How?
So should we get into the episode?
Yes, yes. Let's do it.
Okay. Okay, so first of all, before we get into all the stuff that may blow your mind, let's talk about like what was your favorite film, or what is your favorite Disney film?
Mm,
It doesn't have to be one. There could be a couple. I don't want this to be like the top 20. What did we do? Top 20 films or something. That took us. That was a long episode. We ain't going like that. But
no, no, that was stress. I think it's hard, right? Because Disney. Do you mean like original Disney princesses? Because Disney
it could
encompasses
be
so
anything.
much.
It could be anything.
Okay, like okay. If I start with, I think the first one that comes to mind when you ask me is Tangled. I know that's not an original
That's a
one.
banging film. I'm
This,
telling you right now.
bro.
The concept. Come on.
Literally, she don't
Got
need no
cheeky
man.
twin, and then she's got hair, and then she saves him in the end. I love that.
We do love that, and the soundtrack bangs. I'll be bumping that shit on a daily.
So good.
So
So
good.
uh,
Um, yeah, but also,
we did at the same time on my latency. There you go.
I know. But if I think about it, also like Disney Channel original movies. So
Oh,
obviously, High School
okay.
Musical,
Oh, you know what? I
Camp
didn't think
Rock.
of that, but yeah, I love High School Musical. I've been like thinking, oh my god, I'm gonna have a day where I'm gonna watch them all. I might do it like I might start one today and do one tomorrow. I know there are three,
Mm,
but the problem was is I didn't really know like where to watch them. Like where can you buy them? Because then none of it's on Netflix because Disney has its own channel now, like its own like thing you pay into. So I'm like, I ain't paying for all these things. I'm broke. So I might have to just be a bit naughty.
do a little sus activity. Eh.
Go on, don't be watching. Don't worry, they're too busy with a lockdown anyway, so they won't be watching what I'm doing.
Exactly. But yeah, so I'd say those are like the top ones that come to mind when you ask me. But what about
Just real
you?
quick, what's the best High School Musical film? I haven't watched them in years, so it will take me a while to work it out. But for me,
Two.
I think it's number two.
Two.
Yeah,
Period. Like,
period.
come on, the drama, the suspense, you
The
know,
summer break, the fabulousness, the
yeah,
um, splash in the water and everything, the golf course. Going off track a little bit, but did you see the person who wrote Bet on It also wrote part of a song for B, for BTS's album?
you're lying.
They wrote a little part. I don't know if it's like, they have to credit everyone, so it could be a line or whatever, but I'm pretty sure. Listen, go to our DMs. You gotta check it out. I
Bro,
sent it.
let me,
I'll send it. Check them out in a bit.
I will. That's made me like emotional. I don't know why, but it's fine. We move.
But for me, Disney, I have quite a few, but like I feel like as you get older, like you find out that, oh, this film's problematic, and you're like, damn, but it's a classic though.
Mm,
I really like Lion King. because it's like linked to Hamlet and I do theatre. So it's like perfect analogy for like, you know, if you want to study that when you're younger. Lion King just slaps. Okay, like we're talking about trauma, we're talking about growing, talking about falling in love, we're talking about protecting our home. Also, one of my favorite ones is Mulan.
Oh
Not
yeah.
Let me say, I've got to say something right now, okay? Live action remakes. Can we stop them, please? We don't need them. We didn't ask for them. We don't want this problematic Mulan that's going on. She supports like Hong Kong, like what is it like? Not the riots, but she supports like the police, the Hong Kong police that have been like, oh, get her out, put her in the bin. The Lion King remake. Why? It's just not. Listen, right? Like the African, like not desert, but what was it? What would you call it? Like the lands, the Pride lands, yeah.
Hmm.
It's just brown and yellow, yeah. Why would you remake that as a film? How boring to look at, yeah. Unless I'm listening to David Attenborough talking about some lion taking down some animal, I'm not interested, yeah. So
Honestly.
why did the original Lion King is so colourful and vibrant, and then you take nah. And then what else? Cinderella, that was all right, but like, did you really need to make it? What else has there been a remake of?
Um,
Ariel's coming out soon, isn't it? Or has it been out?
it's coming out soon because I think I remember I was watching the interview with the person who's going to play Ariel, and
Mhm.
they started filming during lockdown, so I don't think it's finished yet. But I am
So,
actually really excited for that.
yeah, I'm excited for that one. But obviously, they picked a black actor to play Ariel, so I think that's really interesting. So I'm really interested to watch that.
Yeah,
Um, what what else? I can't remember. Oh, Dumbo. I haven't seen that. I don't know if that's any good.
no, I haven't seen that
Is
either.
that Disney or is that it's Disney, isn't it? It's not
Yeah,
Pixar.
I think so.
Anyway, so back to my original point. The original Mulan is so good. A woman brings pride to her family. She brings honor to her family. She goes out there. She saves her dad. She saves. Is it set? It's set in China, isn't it?
Yeah,
I say
yeah.
this real stupid and like it's like set in Indonesia or something. No, I'm pretty sure it's set in China, isn't it? Before like I offend anyone, but like she saves China and she gets her man in the end, and I also love the bisexual story we got going on. You know what I'm saying, man?
Let's
Man falls
go.
in love with a man
We love
because
it.
she. Um, I love that. What else is that? Obviously, Up is a great film.
Oh my
That
god.
Up's
Yes.
good.
Oh, so
Up is
good.
really good.
Yeah.
Toy Story, classic,
Sick.
classic. Beauty and the Beast holds a special place in my heart because I did a play of it. Um, there's loads. There's such good films. But like,
Mm.
what's like a Disney film you don't like or have
Mm.
issues with?
Oh, I mean, there's none that I like hate that I detest and like never watch that. But
What's one that you can't get into though? Because I have one that I can think of anyway.
you go first. Come back to me. I'll have a think.
Cars, Cars. I ain't
God.
never watched it. I ain't never gonna watch it.
Oh, no, that's legendary though. That guy.
I don't care. Listen, when you hear what I have to say about cars, you're gonna be disgusted. Yeah. So that's on period.
Nah,
Okay.
dog. Those cars are just out in the desert trying to become race cars, like having a good time. I love that.
All I'm gonna say is they're murderers, and that's all I gotta say. You gotta wait till later.
Whoa.
Period.
Okay, okay. I mean, I'm very intrigued now, but okay.
What
Uh,
else? What other films am I like? Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I like Moana. Moana's all right. I
the-
like
yeah,
Dwayne Johnson in it. So
yeah,
funny.
that's really good. And the soundtrack for that is really good as well. That's really.
Trying to think like the best soundtracks. You
Mm.
know what's great? Hercules, the soundtrack on that. Bless my soul, Herc was on a roll. Always listen to it when I'm cleaning the house.
You're gonna, a lot of people hate me for this. And I'm not saying it's a bad film. It's not a bad film. I just never watched it. Like, there's a lot of films that
Okay.
I just haven't watched.
Have you watched it? Is it called The Princess of Egypt or something?
I
Where it's
heard
about like God and that.
Yeah, yeah. No, I've heard that's really
Is
interesting, but I
that
haven't watched
about
it.
like Muslims?
I think so. It's
Isn't
set in like
it in
Egypt
Egypt?
and
Isn't it?
Arabia.
Don't they see Allah because the burning bush?
I don't know.
I'm
Do they?
confused, man. I don't know. There's a lot of religions going out there. Do you know what I mean?
There is
What's the
indeed.
burning bush to do with? Got like I thought it was. Who's the burning bush got to do with? Come on.
I've never burning bush. I haven't heard about that. No, I'm a fake stat.
Oh, but it's Bible. Okay, never mind. It's
Fake
Bible.
there.
Um, yeah, Moses. Yeah, okay. It's about God, about Christian God. I don't know. Anyway, have you seen the Prince of Egypt thing? Is
I
it called
haven't
Princes of Egypt? It's a good film, you know. I actually rate it.
really.
Watched it in years, but I remember really liking it. But I was obsessed with Egypt when I was little. Like I was like obsessed with researching about pyramids and
Oh
gods
yeah.
and all that stuff and hieroglyphics and all sorts. It was my favorite part of history.
No
Um,
way,
yeah, man, love that stuff. Like they put all the organs in different parts. I'm like, rah.
bro.
Um, yeah, I can't think like what's one that I don't really like. You know what? I actually rate Frozen. It gets a bad rep, but I think it's a decent film.
It's just,
It's
do you know why it gets a bad rep? It's because of that song and how overplayed it was. Like everyone
yeah,
and their mum was bumping that song, but
that's true.
it's not a bad song though. It's a good
No,
song.
it's not.
But
It's not. It's not. I haven't watched the second one yet though, but I don't know if it's any good.
oh yeah, no, me neither. I've actually got Disney Plus. Well, I've got my friend's one. I'm logged
What?
into. Yeah,
Oh, see, why
so
haven't you shown me? Never mind.
I'm sorry, no, but yeah, I'll watch it and let you know how it goes. But yeah, we'll see.
Okay, are you ready to get into it?
I'm scared, especially what you said about cars. What the?
We start with cars. I've not wrote it down, but I remember what it said.
Okay.
So in Cars, it's set on Earth, isn't it? Because it has references to like Tokyo and London. However, there's no humans about. So the Cars realized there was no need for humans anymore. So they got rid of the race of humans. How you feeling about that? Apparently, it's confirmed as well. Like one of the
What?
directors like confirmed it. Yeah, the Cars basically realized they were like superior and that they didn't need humans around, so they got rid of all the humans.
Nah, 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 nah.
I
They would never
was like,
do that. My G would never do that. What's his name? Hold on.
oh, I can't remember his name. I don't. I see this how much I don't know anything about Cars. But yeah, so basically the race of like Cars realized that like they're superior. They don't need humans, so they just eliminated all the humans.
No, Lightning McQueen would never. What?
Listen,
I'm very upset.
everyone's got a dark secret, you know.
That's a film I would like to see. The battle between cars and humans.
Wow, that's a
And
bit dark.
it's a
That might
bit,
have to be on Disney 18 plus.
yeah, that's true. That's a bit dark, but that's really, really interesting. Like,
Okay, what else have we spoken about? Like, what other films? Okay, let's talk about Lion King.
okay.
So, do you know anything about like the conspiracy theory about Lion King?
No, not about Lion King. I know a bit about Frozen, but I'm sure we'll get into that in a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what the male lion does with all the female lions? Like in real life, like what the you know in a pride, okay. So in a lion pride, the male, which would have been Mufasa, you know, the male lion always sleeps with all the female lions, right?
Okay.
So that means that Simba and Nala, is it Nala? It's
Yeah.
autocorrect to Samba and Nail on my laptop.
Damn.
Simba and Nala may have different mums, but they both call Mufasa dad, which means it makes them half a siblings, which means that Lion King involves incest. How you feeling about
Why
that?
are you ruining these perfectly good films? These
I'm
films.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yo, what? They
It
were.
makes sense though. It makes sense. No, you know, it just, but it's a bit twisted, you know.
It's very twisted. I can't believe that. those two were literally couple of the year in that film. They were so cute. And the brother and sister.
I mean, they're only half siblings, but I don't know if that
Absolutely.
makes it better.
No, no,
But then that also means it did say, it made a note saying, like, obviously when Simba becomes um head of the lion pride, um he would sleep with all the females, and they went, hopefully not his mum. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to get into it.
wow.
Oh my god, wow.
Oh my god, wow. I don't know what to say. That I mean, if that's how like actual lion prides
Mm.
work, then that does make sense. But do you know what it is as well? I think because we humanize these characters in the films, we give them like human voice and they have like
Mm.
human relationships. So that's why we find it so shocking, but mad. This is
It's
very,
crazy.
very
It's crazy. It's crazy.
deep.
So, here's I've got one for Frozen. I've got a couple, but I've got different like categories. So I'm doing like the films first, and then like moving on to like Disneyland, and then like Walt Disney. So Frozen, what do you know about Frozen?
Okay, so what I've heard is that Anna is
Yeah.
cousins with Rapunzel from Tangled.
Oh, okay. I did see that one, but I've not wrote it down. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and so then Anna's parents die at sea, and they were going to like rescue Rapunzel or something or visit. I don't know. I can't remember exactly, but apparently they're related, and you can see Rapunzel in
Yeah, you
Tangled
can
at
see
the start.
Rapunzel in Frozen. Yeah, she goes to the wedding, doesn't she? Is it wedding or the crowning or whatever it is at the
Yeah,
end?
crowning.
Um, the one that I've got, that one I couldn't find that much information on, but there is another one. There's another sibling. So Anna and Elsa's parents may have survived getting lost at sea and could have ended up lost in a jungle, having a baby, which we know him as Tarzan.
Okay, carry on. What?
That's it. And obviously the parents
Ah,
die in Tarzan, so the parents are dead, but they have Tarzan, and then Tarzan's brought up in the jungle with the gorillas. So that means that Anna and Elsa have other siblings elsewhere. And then obviously I read the thing about Tangled, but it said they could be cousins or they could be siblings, but it wasn't very clear about the logic of it. But then I have something else linked to Frozen, and it comes up in The Little Mermaid. So Ariel looks through a shipwreck and investigates it, and it's said to be Anna and Elsa's parents' ship that sank because it would have been near Denmark where they sank, apparently. And where is the Little Mermaid based? Norway. Norway's near to Denmark, apparently. Something
oh,
like that. That's what I read, and I was like, what the hell?
yo, this is all. So basically, everyone's related in this
Well,
whole Disney
Ariel's
universe.
not related, but Ariel did find the ship.
Oh
She
yeah,
found
that's true.
investigated it because there's like a whole scene with a big, massive, grand ship, and she investigates it or something. I haven't watched The Little Mermaid in times, so.
No,
Um,
same.
Also, Ariel has a sibling.
Does she?
Yeah, who do you think her sibling could be?
Oh, who knows? It's gonna be like,
Related to gods, if that helps.
is it someone in Hercules? No.
She's related to Hercules. So Hercules is a brother,
Oh,
apparently, her cousin or something. Because obviously, Hercules is the son of Zeus, and Ariel is the son of is the daughter of Poseidon, which is obviously the god of like the sea. Apparently, but I don't remember that being. I don't know. Apparently, it's confirmed. I think it's
mm,
actually a confirmed theory. But their siblings, it's like, oh my god, everyone's got a brother and sister. Like, what's going on?
literally. No, that does make sense. Yeah, because the different gods and stuff.
Mm. So they're siblings. And no, obviously they've got like he's got ginger hair, she's got red hair. I don't know. I
Yeah.
was like, oh my god, everyone's got a brother and sibling. Um, okay, so let's talk about two that kind of link. So let's talk about Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
So who do you think the real villain in Beauty and the Beast is?
Ah, I think the guy, I forgot his name, but the guy that wants to marry.
That's done.
Yeah, yeah.
Nope. The real villain in Beauty and the Beast is the sorceress. If you work out how old the prince was when the witch asks to stay the night at the castle, he was only 11 years old. When he understandably says no, she curses him to a life of isolation and also punishes all the servants who did nothing wrong. If you're 11 years old and someone turns up at your house and goes, "Can I stay the night?" What are you going to say? I'm
Well,
like, "No."
literally, don't even open the
Stranger.
door.
So it's a bit messed up. But then I read another thing about the sorceress, and apparently the sorceress was in love with him. But then if you work out the age, how does that make sense? I don't get it.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past Disney to do something very messed up like that. Because, yeah, if he's
It's like,
11,
did they, I don't know if that theory was he was older when he got cursed, but I read that he was
oh,
11 years old when he was cursed. Because it does make sense, because he gets so many years, doesn't he, to find true love or whatever, to restore the rose and restore himself.
yeah,
But that's messed up, man. And
that's
also,
really
like,
messed up.
she curses all the servants to a life of misery as well. Who
I
does
would,
that?
I would be pissed off if I was a servant because I'm literally just out here doing my job, trying to make money, and now I'm a teapot. What the
I don't know. It's a bit mad, isn't it?
It's very mad.
Selfish. Very selfish.
It is extremely selfish. I mean,
Okay, so Belle in Beauty and the Beast has a relation. She is the great, 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 great grandma to who?
right, okay, let's try and do some maths. Okay. I don't even know where I'm going with this one. I'm gonna guess Snow White. I don't know.
No. Okay, so in Tarzan, Jane is related to royalty. Jane from Tarzan is meant to be a distant relative of Belle from Beauty and the Beast. In one of the scenes, I think it said like with one of the gorillas and her items, you will notice Mrs. Potts and Chip, which is possibly a family heirloom handed down. So she's related to Belle.
Oh, okay. That's really interesting.
It's a bit mad if you ask me. Why is everyone related to each other? I think someone said like the universe of like Disney is all like the same world. It all
Yeah,
coincides in the same place, not the same time. But
it's all
I
happening.
also read something about uh, Aladdin. I got it, but like it was a bit long winded. It was the idea that obviously the genie has been in the bottle for like 10,000 years, but he remembers the 90s or something. So it means it's set in the future in a distant, uh, dystopian world. That's where it takes place in, which is a bit mad. So cars must have to take place after that because all the humans are still alive.
Oh my God, yeah. So Cars has clearly got to be like the most future film.
And
But
also, I saw this thing about Wally, and it said something about how basically the world is fine, but they make people believe that the world is dying and stuff. Because you do find out that the world is inhabitable, don't you, at the end of the film?
mm,
So the idea is that they lied to all these people so that they could basically make them slaves to the company, that take them up. So they
yeah.
become slaves, and they have to like stay there and respond to the company or whoever's taking them. Like they have no choice. But actually, the world is inhabitable,
So
and
okay,
the
sorry,
okay.
I have a conspiracy theory then. So what if the company that take all the humans up are like somehow like partners with Cars? So Cars said, take all these humans away so we can have Earth.
Oh, mad! That's mad! That's mad! That's mad! That's mad! That's quick maths. That is. That
I'm
is
just
quick
I'm
math.
just flexing, but
You are flexing. Now that just makes sense though. And then A Bug's Life. You ever? Oh, that film slaps.
classic. Yes.
Can't believe that
I,
thing. Yeah.
nah, I can't do it either.
So in A Bug's Life, um, you know the plant that Wally has?
Mm.
He gets one plant. The tree in A Bug's Life is that tree. So A Bug Life comes after Wally.
Okay, I'm getting a headache. I need to see, right? I feel like we need to like make a timeline.
Make a timeline.
There's probably one out there on the internet, but this is all really interesting. Like, so as well, how you said earlier about how Belle is related to the
Jane.
lady in
Yeah,
Tarzan.
Jane.
Yeah, Jane, but also Tarzan is the lost brother of Anna and
Elsa.
so.
So Anna and Elsa's story happens earlier as well. So yeah,
I'm just confused right now, but mad. Okay.
it's mad.
It's
It is
very
very, very mad. What was so obviously The Bug's Life, the tree, apparently is the tree from Wally I read as well. Now I've got two more linked to films. So they're a bit dark, that's why I left them to last. They're both about death.
Oh wow.
So what do you think Peter Pan could be? Who is Peter Pan? Who could he be?
I feel like I've read something about this before, and I just remember getting sad and like turning my phone off. But I can't remember that. Yeah.
So Peter Pan apparently is the angel of death. Neverland could be a form of the afterlife, and Captain Hook could be a form of a devil. The theory is also like kind of confirmed and linked to the fact that there's a quote in Peter Pan. It says, "To die would be an awfully big adventure."
Oh.
So that's why people believe it's a journey to the afterlife, because it would be an adventure. So yeah, that's a bit dark, isn't it?
I'm just thinking right now of like,
why all the kids dying? Why all the kids going to it?
literally, that's what I'm saying. Like all the kids that want to go to Neverland, that means they're all like. Okay.
And then also, it's like, is that meant to be like a political point or something about like, like, wasn't it set in like Victorian time? Peter Pan, and like all the kids used to go up the chimneys, and like some of them would die, and they used to work in the factories and die. Is this like an analogy for that or something? That's a bit messed up.
That's really messed
I
up.
don't know.
Isn't there like a bit in Peter Pan as well where Tinkerbell's like dying because there's not enough magic? Yeah, so that's wow. Okay, I'm gonna rewatch that with a very different set of
eyes.
Very different set of eyes.
Okay, the final one is about Up.
No, I don't want to do this one. Let me go.
So Carl was dead all along. The journey to paradise is seen as Carl's journey to the afterlife. Russell is an angel trying to earn his wings, like he's trying to earn his badges for his what do you call it?
Oh.
When the kids do that, what's it called? I never did it as a kid.
I don't know.
That's gonna bug me now. The kids when they give it scouts, that's it.
Yeah, there you go.
Scouts, so that's what it's like, a link to. It's like he's learning to earn his wings. Charles, who's like the baddie in it, plays the role of a fallen angel trying to drag Carl down to the underworld with his hellhounds. It's mad.
Carla, no.
Carl's dead. Carl's dead.
No.
Carl's dead.
I mean, it makes sense because they're going up to heaven. Yo, I'm gonna cry.
It's sad, isn't it?
It's so sad.
It's so sad.
Yo, what are the people at Disney on? Like, are they actually okay? I feel like we need to get some like therapists out there.
It gets worse. I'm going to tell you about like the darker stuff now. about like Disney and Disneyland and that. So,
Oh no. Okay, that's good.
um, so it's not linked to the film, but it is linked to the film. So apparently, Frozen was made as a cover up. Rumor has it that when Walt Disney died, he was frozen, and the film was made to bury the gossip of Walt Disney's supposed cryogenesis, so basically being frozen. Could the film be used to redirect the attention to something else?
Hmm. Hmm. That
So
makes a lot of sense.
When you put in Disney and Frozen, it just comes up with the film. Nothing Disney being Frozen comes up.
And they pushed that film so much. Like that film was huge. Like at the box office, it made loads. It's everywhere around the world. Everyone knows it.
Mm.
Yo, oh my
Yo,
god.
oh my God.
Because yeah, I heard about Walt Disney being frozen as well. Like that was a big rumor. But
Mm.
I guess now when you Google it, that's all that will come up.
Yeah. Have you also heard about like in Disney films, there's subliminal sexual messages in Disney? Have you heard about this? Like
Vaguely.
there'll be like posters and and instead of being a tower, it looks like a penis and all this stuff. And there's one really famous one which you'll have to go and watch. And if you want to edit it in, you can edit it in a picture of it. But it's in Lion King when is it Simba, he like moves some of the dust and it goes into the sky, and apparently it spells out sex, sex.
Yeah.
And it's just like supposed to be like another way they're putting like subliminal messages in their films. Apparently I think Disney came out and said it's meant to say SFX, which is like
Special
special effect.
effect. Yeah.
But you can be the judge of that. I was going to put a few different ones in here, like the different messages, but there's so many. The guy who marries Ariel and Prince Eric apparently has a boner that you can see, and it's just a bit mad. And like there's posters where, if you look at the Lion King poster, it looks like a woman's naked back in underwear. It's just a bit mad. So there's a
Mm.
lot of stuff going on. So I don't know whether you believe that or not. I feel like it's more one of them things where, you know, like have you ever had them pictures where it's like, what do you see? And
Yeah.
it's like, some people see rabbits, people see a dog. I feel like it's more like that, but it wouldn't surprise me if Disney
No.
came out tomorrow and be like, yeah,
I'm
how you
just
feeling? How you feeling?
to all the Disney fans that wanted to watch this episode and be like, yeah, let's talk about Disney. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. Really, life. Um,
But it doesn't surprise me, right? Because like, especially this year, we found out about how many people are like so corrupt and like all the
mm,
things that have been happening behind the scenes and things. So like
mm,
Disney is a great like company. Like they've made films that have built people's childhood, like
mm.
make people happy. But it doesn't surprise me that there's this dark side to it because there's a dark side to everything. Do you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I tried to find a couple of conspiracy theories about like Walt Disney and his company itself, which was really hard. And at the time, I was watching a YouTube video, and I didn't want to go traipsing through like 500 videos that are like 20 minutes long about Disney. So um, I googled and I tried to find this one about like Nazi symbols and like war propaganda. There was actually war propaganda in Disney. I couldn't find very much about it, so I moved on to Disneyland,
Okay.
which was interesting. There was quite a few similar ones, and ones that was like, oh, a person died here, ooh, now it's haunted. So I was like, okay. There was one incident where two kids snuck in and stayed at night, but they got stuck near this water bit, and they thought they could swim back, and one of them actually did drown and die, and
Oh no.
apparently he haunts it, and I don't know. There was loads of stuff like that, so I kind of tried to go for something a bit different. So the first one I've got is Space Mountain, which I'm not sure if I went on. Let me have a quick look, because I went to Disneyland um, last year. Disneyland Space. Oh my god, Because I know there's some like really famous ones.
Yeah.
I don't think I have. Is it even a thing anymore?
It definitely isn't right because I remember going on it like ages ago, like 2012 when I went to Disneyland Paris. It might, but I'm sure
Right.
it will
I
be
don't
there
know.
as well.
I don't think I've been on that one. No, I haven't been on that one. Anyway, by the by, that's not important, Lucy. So apparently, legend has it that a man stood up on the roller coaster and got his head cut off. Are you okay?
Right. I'm like, with roller coasters, yeah, they're scary enough as it is. I don't know why people go on there and start moving very mad. Like, do you not value life? Like, what's going on?
However, this has been debunked, but a man did stand up on the Disneyland's Matterhorn. Don't know what ride that is. In 1964, he hit his head, which did result in his death.
Oh my God.
Why are you standing up? Just chill out. Chill.
Literally, there's belts there,
Down.
there's like a harness, like,
Down. Sit down.
sit down. That's so scary. And imagine being on that ride, the other people on that ride. Like, what would you do if you was on a roller coaster? I mean, the person next to you just starts something up.
I'll be like, bye. Come.
I'm
You're
out,
gone. Well, I
literally.
don't expect me to save your life. There's another what this is actually true. So there's this problem that Disney have, and they've actually had to talk to their employees about how to spot it. Apparently they've got a massive problem with people spreading ashes at Disneyland. Like they'll take their family's ashes and spread them at Disneyland.
Yeah.
And employees have had to be trained on how to handle a guest when they think remains are being scattered around Disney.
Oh my God. That's a really deep one because,
And like, if they didn't want to be scattered at Disney, is their soul not at rest, and is they're haunting Disney?
yeah.
That's uh, it's
That's
mad.
so deep. It's very mad because, yeah, a lot, like I said earlier, Disney has affected a lot of people. Like, so many people
Yeah.
relate to Disney, like, had their childhoods based on it. So it makes sense why
So mad.
people want
It's
to
so
be
mad
there.
that people are protesting. They want to go back to Disneyland.
Well, to spread the ashes.
No, no, just to go back.
Oh,
They're
because of
like
COVID.
Disneyland. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, people are crazy these days with everything going on with COVID, but yeah, that's so mad.
Forget Black Lives Matter. I want Disney open
Open
right
it now, literally. The police are fine. No, they're not. But that's, yeah, that's insane. I mean, it's just really weird as well. I mean, with the ashes thing, I don't, I'm not saying if I'm for or against it, but I understand why people would want to be
now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
there.
But
Yeah,
also at the same time, you got to remember, like, you can't do that stuff if it's not allowed.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, I wouldn't want my family to go to the hassle to spread me at Disneyland, especially if I knew it wasn't allowed. I'd be like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I think
Come.
it just shows, it goes to show like how like people forget that it's a company even. It's more like a lifestyle now that they really
Mhm.
believe in those stories.
Have
That's
you
why they
seen
want to
like
be there.
people that are like obsessed with like Mickey Mouse and stuff, and they have like Mickey Mouse all it. I'm sure Noel Miller did a video on it.
No.
Did you? I don't know if you've seen it, but if you haven't, I'll have to send it to you. It's so funny. It's about this woman, and she's been obsessed with like Mickey Mouse for years, and she has like little figurines all in her house. Her whole house is Mickey Mouse. Like, come on, why you gotta take it that far?
Literally, I don't know how I feel about that. It seems very fairy to me. It's giving me fairy vibes, but
It is. It is a bit fairy. Um, I have two last points that I found that are both related to death. Again, very dark. So apparently, nobody is allowed to die at Disney. Perhaps one of the most strangest conspiracy theories about Disney is the idea that no one can die at the happiest pace on Earth. It says according to, and it like tells you like a link like of who has said it. Many people believe. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word then. Like a source. It links to that. Oh my god, my brain today. So it says according to, and it puts a source. Many believe that Disney employees go out their way to conceal deaths from the public, and no one can be pronounced dead until their body is removed from the park. How you feel about that? How you feel about that? You want to go Disneyland? You want to go Disneyland? Should we go Disneyland?
What? I'm good. What? That's messed up. That's actually messed up.
I've read a couple of things on it. Some people don't believe it's true. Apparently they've debunked it and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
apparently, like, people will really go out their way to, like, stop people finding out if anyone's died, or it's all, like, quite suspicious.
That's really suspicious. And like spooky. Imagine if like your family member died at Disney, but they won't tell you until like 2 days
That's mad.
later, just because you don't want them to die at the happiest. But it's clearly not very happy if they're covering up deaths. It's quite sad and it's quite spooky.
That's suspicious.
That's
That's
weird.
weird. So yeah, and then my final one is even more strange. There are real life bones and skeletons in Disney. On the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, there are real human bones and skeletons used on the ride, obtained by the Imagineers, which must be a company that made it, who wanted to make a more realistic ride. Just sit on that. Real dead people be in the ride. Why?
What? Why?
I don't know where they get these bones from. Apparently it's from some medical society they got the bones from or something. I'm like, just why?
Someone's grandparents or someone's parents.
They're chilling on the ride.
They're chilling on the ride and people are sitting next to them or watching them and just like screaming and standing up and shit, and they're just
Grandma and Granddad got a free fast pass to the afterlife.
they're in the happiest place on earth. They love it.
Don't die. They're not dead.
Oh, they're just. Oh, I feel like
It's a bit weird.
it's so weird. I don't even know what to say.
But yeah, so there just seems to be a lot of death linked to Disneyland, and it's actually really weird. I read loads of things about places being haunted, and apparently they believe that Walt Disney haunts his old building thing because his fire comes on, but apparently that's just in tribute or something. I only read it briefly, but it's just a bit mad. And then, yeah. Should we end it on a nice thing I remember reading?
Please.
I did read something about Tomorrowland, which I think is really new to Disney, but I could be wrong. Tomorrowland is like all the plants are edible. Because they want to make it more sustainable. Place.
Yeah.
So if you want to go to Tomorrowland, you could munch on them leaves. They're edible. The flowers are edible.
That's amazing. I'm excited now. I want to go there. I don't know if I'll be going to the Pirates of the Caribbean ride anytime soon, but we'll see.
Don't want to be going on Space Mountain either.
No.
Yeah. So, you know what? It was a bit weird because when I was researching, I thought I was going to find different things. And I feel like anything to do with the company itself was hidden. There was no way to find that information out.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't find it. I found the thing out about Walt Disney and Frozen, but that was it. There was nothing else. I found it really hard. I'm sure there's YouTube videos on it, but I didn't want to spend like a whole day trying to find like 2 facts about Walt Disney's corrupt business or whatever. But yeah, it was really hard to find information, and like every website had the same, like Hercules is related to Ariel, and Anna and Elsa have a brother called Tarzan. And I was like, it's quite suspicious that these are the only things I could find.
Yeah, and the fact that they're like everywhere, it's the same stuff. Like Disney's trying to do a cover up.
Can we just say anything said in this is just opinion? It is not facts. We do not want to get sued by Disney. We love you, Disney, but you need to stop making live action remake. But other than that, we love you, Disney.
everything said was alleged. No, there's no
Alleged. There's
facts.
no facts.
Yeah,
Printer, but no facts.
printer, no facts. Exactly. I just, yeah, um, that was a lot. I don't know how
Yeah.
to process that.
How do you
But
feel like about the Disney films now you know like certain facts about them?
do you know what? In a weird, weird way, I mean, obviously that they're very dark, and I feel like kind of cheated. But in a weird way, it's kind of like more. Now this sounds not horrible, but realistic because like you think about like fairy tales, and they're also perfect and not like real life. But when there's this like dark side to it, and there's weird stuff happening, it adds like a layer of realism to it. So I
Mm.
don't know. I don't like it, but I'm not surprised in a way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the one that really surprised me, which shouldn't, is the Lion King one with the fact that they're half siblings. Because like animals do that all the time, and like I know I think it's lions that are like renowned for like you know raping other lions and um being savages and stuff. But obviously, like you said earlier, like we humanize these characters and
Mm.
make them really lovable, and then when we find out like the reality of the situation, it's like, hold up, that ain't the Disney happiest place on earth kind of vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, far from it actually, but
It's
yes,
mad,
very much.
very mad.
Yeah,
So
and that's like
that's crazy.
it is, and I feel like that even though there's so much going on in these films and like about Disney Island and stuff, there's still like so much more to Disney. It's such a huge franchise now. Like you have Disney Channel and stuff, and I'm sure there's a dark side to that. Like all the kids that have come out to that, and
Isn't like Disney linked with Marvel now as well? So
yeah, I think so. Yeah,
isn't like Mandalorian, whatever it's called, isn't that like linked to
yeah, yeah,
Disney Plus? Isn't that on Disney Plus?
yeah. I think so. I've
And
seen that.
like Daredevil's coming to Disney Plus, and that's Marvel. I think Disney and Marvel are like they are the same company.
Yeah.
It's a bit like certain companies like Nestle are like linked with Costa and stuff like that. Like they're all the same company or something like that. So
Mm.
I think it's like that. So it's really massive now, like the franchise. Um, and like obviously, like I didn't even think coming into this, like the Disney Channel films and stuff as well, like High School Musical. It's massive.
Mm.
Disney runs the world. If you don't think Disney runs this world, then you're crazy.
Literally, Disney and like Google and Facebook and stuff from our social dynamic episode. It's just capitalism.
I hate
Capitalism.
it. I hate it. I truly hate it.
Literally.
It makes me sick. But hey, that's it. That's how it is.
It is. It is what it is. And yeah, I guess that brings us to the end of the
End
episode.
of that episode, yeah. It
Yeah,
was a crazy one. I want to do more conspiracy things. I love it. It's my favorite thing.
it is.
I
It
love
is super interesting, but at the same time, like my head hurts.
It's mad, isn't it? It's mad.
It's so mad. So yeah, if your brain is not too boggled, then we'd like to do the ending segment where we talk to you a little bit about an issue or a cause, or this week we'd like to support a business. So I think this is the first
Ooh.
business that we're
Yes, it is.
supporting.
I mean to do it ages ago, but then like I think loads of like recent like things in the news were happening, so we wanted to like highlight what was going on.
Yeah, no, it's been like a super crazy year, and a lot of like social issues have been happening. So we wanted to talk about that. But since Christmas coming up, I thought we thought it'd be a good idea to support a local business. So the one we want to talk about today is called Ruby Creates, and it's actually run by a good friend of yours, Lucy, from uni.
I went
Yeah,
to university with her. She's a really, really lovely, quirky girl. Which her business like really is like her personality. So yeah, she just
yeah,
like we will put some photos. You'll see it when if you watch the episode. If not, then do head over to her Instagram, which is
Ruby C underscore Reates, but we'll put the link in the description.
yeah. So go check out her stuff. But if you are watching the YouTube version of this podcast, you will see some photos now.
Yes, so we also put her Etsy shop in the description. But she basically makes homemade ceramics and like pots and stuff, coasters. They're really cool and funky, like different shapes with like an ear coaster, like some boob pots, and they're really cute.
There's
And I thought,
booby things and zebra prints and like dark metallic colours, and then she did it. I think she did Illuminati at one point as well, like little coaster thing.
no
I
way.
could be wrong. I'm sure she's done that. If not, then I'm a fake stan. And yeah, it's just so quirky and cool, and she just commissions. So if you see something, you're like, oh, I kind of like the boobies, but I don't like it in that way. Well, then go tell her, how do you like your boobies? And she'll be able to stop it.
She'll get you a pair of boobies that you like, yeah? It's cool. But yes, as Christmas is coming up, it'd be a great time to support local businesses. And yeah, they'll make great gifts. So make sure to go and support and like, even if you don't buy anything, just support her as a local business. And yeah.
That's the episode. That's it.
We did it. I hope that you're not like too heartbroken by all the theories and stuff. Yeah, but no, we hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like it if you did, and comment, share with your friends, and give it a good review on Apple Podcasts and everything.
Make sure to follow us on all our socials at wakeup_podcast.
Yes, we're going to be posting a post about Ruby's ceramics, and also about this episode, about the theories and stuff, and that's why we'll post when we're next uploading them. So make sure to stay updated. But yeah.
Thank you for joining us yet again, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.